And welcome everybody to the Blue Ridge Adventures Guild. Pew, 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 pew. I'm your host, Dustin Bays, and I'm joined by my friends tonight, Nate Willett, Maddie Fuller, and Taylor Dorset. Say hi, everybody.
Hey,
what up?
Why is Nate
There you
always
go.
first?
There you go. There you go.
It's alphabetical.
Is there a lag, or were you guys just like waiting for other people to talk? Do we have like a wicked bad lag right now?
We're so polite.
I think that time I waited for
I
people
mean,
to
it
talk,
hasn't shown
which was
up
a bad sample
on the
Oh my
size.
god. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so all right, so if you guys can't tell, we're live streaming here. We're playing some D&D. Welcome to Blue Ridge Adventures Guild. We have a podcast. We're based out of Greenville, South Carolina, and every other Thursday-ish we get together and we just play some D&D with our friends. Today our special guest is a buddy of ours from college days, from old alchemy comedy days, and even some Chicago days. Taylor Dorset, what's up, man?
What's up? Happy to be here. Excited to play some D&D.
You gotta dind. You gotta dind all your things.
I almost made the dnd joke.
I felt the- I felt it about to come.
Should've come.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta.
me
Take a
too.
leap of faith. Assassin's Creed.
Well, we are going to be playing a one-shot for you guys today based out of our fantasy world that we like to come back to called Verde. Verde is if you were in Greenville, South Carolina, and you were to go through a wardrobe in your grandma's house, and all of a sudden you were in like a magical upstate South Carolina / Western North Carolina. That is where Verde is based, and that is kind of the world that we are living in. While I go real quick hardwire my internet because I just realized I'm still on Wi-Fi, why don't we go around the room and introduce characters, starting with Nate and Maddie, because I know their characters already. Take it away, guys.
Maddie, would you like to go first?
Yeah. So I'm Zenri Brightmoon. I am a Lightfoot Halfling rogue. I like to cause a little bit of mischief here and there. Heard we're gonna be in a bit of a race or something. I don't really know. I'm just here for the bets and the money. And see where that goes. I think it'll be fun. So, yeah, that's me.
Hey guys, I'm Drew McCorman, just your average middle school kid. I came here on a school field trip to watch the races. We get engineering class points for coming to watch the races, and I'm definitely not gonna sneak off and turn into my alter ego Captain Sparks, because that's not me. He's just a local hero, and participate in the races, and get But if he did show up for the races, I think that'd be great for his fame and notoriety, and people could just see him and make us. He needs to make a show of himself, so people will be more accepting of Captain Sparks because he's just a really good guy overall and a great hero.
You look over, and the headline on today's newspaper says Captain Sparks clearly can't add. And it shows Captain Sparks holding up his fingers in an interview saying, he's like, I'm so happy I caught 2 criminals today. And it just this picture of Captain Sparks on the front there. And finally, we pan over to our newest friend. Taylor, why don't you introduce your character, please?
Hey, my name is Yuri Sparrows. Mom was an elf. You might have heard of her. Dad was just a human who was lucky enough to catch her eye one night. She was a pretty famous fighter around here. After she retired, she built a little tavern, kind of themed around herself due to all her local celebrity. Think like, you all know, you all know. You've been there probably.
Yeah, we
Growing
know.
up, yeah,
know.
yeah. Everyone knows. Growing up in her shadow, I'm just trying to get out there and show I'm not just Mia's kid, So I'm here. I'm going to win this race, and then everyone's going to finally know Yuri instead of Mia, right? Right.
So you guys
I think it's
are
gonna be good.
Oh yeah.
you guys find yourself in Yuri's mom's tavern. Taylor, what's Yuri's mom? What did she name her tavern after retiring from her fantasy UFC career?
It's just called Mia's Knuckles. She was an elf who did a lot of unarmed fighting.
Can the sign be 2 fists and one it has 3 fingers or 4 fingers that says Mia and the other one has enough fingers that it says Knuckles?
It's 100%. And somehow there's also a finger that's flipping people off.
Yeah.
There's so many fingers on that one hand.
And you guys are all sitting down. You of course are enjoying Mia's renowned entree, the knuckle sandwich, which is just like
Did you get some cheese knuckles?
cheese knuckles, and then you can get it with or without the teeth. And then a lot of people get the teeth on the side. It's all about the texture of the experience. And you guys are a week out from the big race. Now, Verde has doesn't have like an official racetrack or anything, but what they do have is the drag. And the drag is just a long, like wide dirt path that extends from like Greenville proper all the way to the main highway, about like six-ish miles away. All right. And once a year, they block off the drag and they have a race. It starts on one end and goes 6 miles all the way down and ends in Verde, right? And it's put on by Berg Mech Wagons, who is BMW Berg Mech Wagons, which is the local mech wagon maker in the area. And, like mech wagons have become more popular, but in the drag, what ends up happening is you get a team that gets on these mech wagons. And as you're going down the drag, you're not only racing, but you're sort of battling as you make your way. And a lot of times the winner of the mech race is not necessarily the fastest, but the team that survives the longest. You guys find yourself in Mia's Knuckles, and you're sitting over a steaming plate of a knuckle sandwich. You got with teeth on the side, and you guys have a week. You just procured a stock mech wagon, and you have a week to come up with modifications to your mech wagon to make it battle ready, we'll call it. So what we're gonna kind of do over this this next little thing, I'm gonna turn the scene over to you guys. Your challenge is you're gonna come up with you guys got to figure out what modifications you want to make to your mech wagon. I'll let your imagination kind of roll with it, and then we're going to and then you guys got to procure some of these modifications, and we'll play out those scenes, and that's where we're going to take it away. Miss Mia comes down to the table, puts down, and goes, "Now, Yuri, I done told you. You need to go into the family business and stop playing around with all these gizmos and these gadgets. The only thing that gets you in life is being strong, physically, and suppressing emotionals."
Mom, you promised that if I bring my friends here that you wouldn't bother us. You promised.
Okay, but I just think that I know best. But what do I know? I'm only the heavyweight champion of the world 10 times over for 20 years in a row. But what do I know? And she starts kind of walking off as she's just kind of muttering her to herself. Welterweight 3 times by the time I was 14. Oh, yeah. And then she just kind of goes off into the back.
At least the food's free, right? Right? I'm sorry.
It tastes free.
I grew up on it. You don't gotta tell me twice.
Yeah.
I sure do enjoy these sandwiches. Thanks again for letting me come here.
Yeah, we finally made it family friendly a couple years ago. They almost made us take the middle finger and the knuckles off, but we decided it was a historical landmark. It's crazy what you can get registered as a historical landmark nowadays.
I might be young, but I promise I'm real mature for my age,
Yeah, sure. I really like this place. I've always really liked, the dark corners and the fist fights that almost happen every night. And I think this place is great. And I think your mum's great. And, but all of that aside, how are we gonna modify our mech wagon? Like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna put like flamethrowers on it. We're gonna put the ninja stars on it. What are we gonna do?
Those are good options.
Those both sound like great options.
I was just thinking rope.
Oh, okay.
We were just gonna have ropes.
Dude.
I I had the idea of a big old catapult on the back, but maybe if it threw ninja stars.
Well, I don't know how to do that. I just have these crazy ideas.
Well, lucky for you. Well, I might not be able to participate because I'm too young to race. I know someone who can. However, I myself am great at engineering, and I could help you out with everything.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Can you take rope and turn it into ninja stars?
Can I?
Yeah, can you do that?
Can I try to do that?
Yeah, so we'll take if you want to take how would you take this rope and
I think I would take some silverware from around the table.
Okay.
And I wouldn't just use the rope, but I would like to fasten like a few forks together in like a star fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And tie them. Just use the rope to tie them together.
What about like a weighted net type thing? It's kind of a combo. It's got some stabby edges like ninja stars, but it's a net.
Oh, that would be great for trapping the other cars as well.
So like a net trap.
Yeah.
So you want to make so we got a net trap, a ninja star. I'm thinking like a ninja star. What, like a tree bucket, like a very tiny, like a tray bucket. How do you say that thing? The fancy catapult.
Trebuchet?
Trebuchet.
Trebuchet.
Trebuchet?
How did I know that's what you're?
A
Tree bucket.
A tree
bucket.
My least favorite and
I know it's a tree bucket forever. I'm gonna write Webster's dictionary
The
and
tree
tell them
bucket.
to change how they write the pronunciation. It's tree bucket forever.
Can you also make a tree bucket? This is a
No,
serious request. Can you also make a tree bucket?
I think it would be great for keeping fresh oxygen on board with us.
Yeah. Think of this as Chekhov's tree bucket. I got plans for it later.
All right.
So, what if we had like a thing where we spit out like oil from the back? So then all
Okay.
the people like start slipping and sliding all over the road, and then they crash and die.
We got
I
tons
think
of
that'd be
oil
fun.
here. We usually just dump it out back.
Yeah, keep it, and then we'll just put it in some sort of thing, and then maybe it'll be like those things that you do this, and it makes the fire bigger. What are those called? They they puff air out. I don't know, but then we'll put oil in it, and so we can like sit on it, and then oil will spew out and get all over the place.
Hell
That's just
yeah.
like I used to read these old spy books. They were called James Stocks, and he used to do all kinds of things with his car, like the oil slick, just like you said, and also he would put spiky jacks that would come out. I think we could learn a lot from him for making something, like a good old trap car, good old trap vehicle, lots of traps.
What was his name again?
It was James Stocks.
Oh, I read a money management book one time written by him, I think.
Oh, he did dabble. He was both a fictional character in the spy books and a famous financial author.
It was his alter ego.
That's right.
Oh man,
I also thought
I didn't
maybe
know he had anything to do with finance.
I thought maybe we could just build like like how when it snows sometimes you see they shovel stuff out of the way. If we just put like a big shovel in front of our mech, and it just would just like push other cars out of the way. At the very least, it'll break a hole through any like little pileups.
How would you feel about
Yeah, I like that.
a harpoon gun?
Hell yeah.
All right.
I like that. Too.
All right. So we got the oil slick, the oil thing. We got the net. We got the tree bucket ninja star. We got the snow plow, and we got a harpoon gun. Any other ideas? After we're getting to generate, you're gonna attempt to add. You're gonna attempt to add 3 things to your vehicle, 3 items to your vehicle, and then I will pick a 4th. So you guys each get one, and then I'll pick a 4th one to add to your vehicle. Are there any other ideas that you guys want to pursue, or do you guys think you got what you want here?
If it's possible, somehow, like hot air balloon contraption
So like,
somehow,
ooh,
and then we can just fly away.
interesting.
And what about jet propulsion, or it's like a nitro burst?
I don't know what that is.
Something to just make us go real fast. Or you guys.
mean, yeah,
I
that
won't
would
be
also
on the car,
work.
of course. I'm too young.
Could I just bring like
Then
4
why
or
are you
5
here?
buckets of teeth? Just in case.
Those are the spike.
I
You can
nobody
use those
likes
as
them.
you can use those as spiky things.
They're the caltrops.
Yeah.
You could put it in the tree bucket.
Yeah, 4 or 5 tree buckets of teeth. That's what I need.
I want Tree Bucket to be a system of measurement now.
I mean, I'm pretty sure a tree bucket is a division of a bushel. Just, a tree bucket of apples.
Nice.
All right. So you guys finish out the night. Mia comes back and bothers Yuri again. She throws in a couple suggestions of her own. She says that you should just tape her to the side of it, and she'll just punch everybody's car out of the way. She says, "What about two big old arms on the side of your mech wagon? Arms always saved her in a pinch." And then she said, "What about just throwing your car the entire length of the drag, and then you don't have to worry about all the stuff in between." And you guys finish your night. And you go to bed. You guys wake up refreshed the next day. We're gonna try and put some shit on our mech wagon. Welcome to the week of the drag race, sponsored by Berg Mech Wagons. How do you guys want to do this? How are we gonna approach this? We need to gather some things. Maybe we need to go about this. What are you guys wanting to try to tackle first on your list here? We got bucket of teeth. You can just actually the bucket of teeth. If you want that just to be an item of yours that you have, like that can go on on the thing there. So we got the oil, the net, the trebuchet, snowplow, harpoon gun, hot air balloon, or some sort of maybe like lifting sort of thing, and then like nitrous oxide or like a speed boost sort of thing. What do you guys want to do? What do you guys want to do first? What do you want to add to this vehicle first?
Is it nitrous oxide?
Yeah, nitrous.
I like the shovel.
The snowplow?
Shovel would be a good idea.
Yeah.
It'd be real good for
Snowplow
ramming too.
Knows.
All right. So
Yeah.
if you got this
I like
mech
that.
wagon.
I think we should do that first.
All right. You guys, it's the middle of summer when this is happening, but Verde gets snow. It snows. They have mech wagons that clean off the drag, that clean off the highways, that keep all the routes clean so people can get to and from. So there is, at the city hall, that there is plows there, both like regular plow vehicles and then like various accessories that you could potentially grab and attach. And that is in the middle of downtown. That there's shops and stuff that have like large tractor supplies that sell these sort of things. And those are the first two things that kind of bounce off the top of your head as ideas to potentially get a snowplow.
DM. What's what are we working with as a base? Like, what does our car look like if we didn't add anything? You know what I mean? Like,
A mech wagon.
I mean,
sorry,
it
I
go.
keep calling it a car. You're right. What is our mech?
It go. I would say
It looks like a mech wagon.
I would say, it's kind of like maybe a sort of like stocky sort of Hummer sort of kind of shape. Just kind of like big and boxy. It's not very refined. It's very, very simple. Easy to modify.
Open air, convertible.
It can be convertible. You guys are tearing it apart. You're making it what you want it to be.
I want movement.
Yeah. I mean,
I want 4
Make it
TVs and a
relatable.
PS4. Pimp my ride.
in this
Pimp
world,
my-
I heard
Up next on
like
Pimp My Mech
this-
Wagon. We put a tree bucket in it, and a tree bucket in it. We put a tree bucket on the tree bucket.
Yo,
and there's
yo,
a barrel
dog.
of teeth in it.
Yo, dog, we heard you like tree buckets, so we put a tree bucket in your tree bucket so you can have a tree bucket while you tree bucket. Sorry, I couldn't resist that one.
I meant trebuchet, not tree buckets.
Oh, this embarrassing, dog. All right, okay. Well, that's completely different. A tree bucket looks nothing like a trebuchet. Is a completely different item. That is definitely a real thing.
So Super embarrassing exhibit. Everybody knows the
so-
difference.
So what else are we gonna add? Do we all like the shovel? Are we gonna do you
I
want to
think-
do the oil slick? Do you want to do?
How would you feel about combining maybe the harpoon gun and the trebuchet in a style? Make just like a large metal disc launcher.
Like Borderlands style.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. The
Nice.
saw
Yeah,
blade
the
gun.
saw discs. Yeah, I love
Sounds
that.
chaotic.
If
I
we're
like
trying
it.
to get metal, I know my mom's name's got a lot of pull with the, more working class folks.
You think we should duct tape her to the
Did
side?
you go sleep with the city hall?
No, I'm just saying, like, I think I could talk to people over at City Hall, and like, not like the people in charge, but like the people, who actually drive the trucks, and be like, yo, you mind if we grab one of these for? I think I can do that.
Okay, that was better than my idea, which was to sleep with them.
I mean, I'm not
And I
saying my
thought they'd
mom
give it to me,
didn't.
So
She slept with a lot of people. I don't know who my dad is, and I'm perfectly fine with that. And I'm not desperately talking to every man she might have slept with, just hoping to find someone who looks a little like me and a little like her.
In that moment,
we'll find it.
you see a dude that like has your nose that kind of walks by. He walks out of. He walks by.
That?
Yeah. He looks at you and kind of like his eyes get big, and then he just like turns his head and walks faster the other way.
Yuri quickly scribbles down a description of him. It just says nose like mine.
Fantastic. All right, so you guys are wanting to break into City Hall then? Are you're heading over to City Hall? Is that what I'm getting from you guys?
We're not breaking in. He's using his mum's name to get us some snowplows.
But
I
just,
think
just to be
allegedly.
clear, it's not really my mom's name. It's more, like it's my own work. I'm going to ask them. She just happens to be my mom. I'm pretty cool with some of the guys. I've kind of got my own sway with them.
Yeah, got it. Totally.
Of course.
I'll go with you. I'll
Yes.
back you up. Just so if it goes bad, I'll be like, you know who his mum is?
Yeah,
She's
it
really
important. Totally won't have to do that. But I agree. It's
Oh.
not. That also was my plan B. But we won't have to do that. I never have to do that anymore.
Okay. I get it. Don't have to do that anymore. I got it. It's fine.
You guys head down.
I think I'll stay back here, and I'm gonna keep an eye on the battle mech wagon and make sure everything is up to date with it, and just do a little bit of tweaking.
Hey, Drew, don't let nobody take my teeth.
No, don't worry. I'll lock the teeth up real safe.
Yeah, so Drew, you have Yuri's teeth collection, and then you also Mia did donate like several like large barrels of like vegetable oil for you guys to use in your oil slick contraption. So you do have those two things to be working on while Yuri and Zanri go to procure the snowplow.
That's fair, but I also think that the idea of someone with a lot of social pull and doing a diplomatic approach. I mean, what better than a local hero to try and also persuade? So
Again,
I'm gonna hang back
hero
until it's
used-
safe.
Gotcha. I understand. Just to be clear, the term hero here is used pretty loosely, because although Drew sees
I
Captain
think it'd
Sparks,
be used pretty tightly in the fact that I'm the only one who uses it.
yeah, fair enough.
Tightly kept to me.
So you guys begin walking down to City Hall. You come in. City Hall is, even though Verde, it's not a big city, but City Hall is kind of happening, right? Like they just have everything going on there. You know, you have the department of like normal creatures, you have the department of magical creatures, you have like all like these sorts of like various forms of law enforcement and parks and rec and you know all the standard things you have in City Hall, and then you have like the questing like the questing division and like the melee division where they like make laws and regulations for fighting with special weapons and things of that nature. And you walk up to the front desk there. It's a kind of a big entrance hall with various doors on the side, but the big entrance hall, there's a bunch of tellers there with kind of like, you know, like the bars going down, and they're kind of sitting behind them. You know, most of them are, there's there's like 3 or 4 that's scribbling. You guys walk up, you wait in line for like it was a bit too long. It was just a bit too long of a wait. And you finally approach the teller. His head's down, just kind of scribbling, and he goes, "Ugh." You see, it's a full. It's just an ogre for some reason. An ogre working at City Hall, because like no one wants to work at City Hall. And you're like, everyone.
Yuri's a little pissed because he's never been here before without his mom, and usually his mom gets bumped right to the front of the line. Yeah. Where are the plow guys at? I just got to talk to the plow guys real quick.
The plow guys. The plow guys? What? Like snow plow? You talking about snow plows?
Yeah.
It's the middle of summer.
Yeah.
We don't have
Come on,
any.
ogre.
We don't. Whoa. Let's cool it here. You know, I may be an ogre, but I have a master's degree. Okay. You know what? And just because Ogre U is not accredited, it doesn't mean that my piece of paper didn't count for something. Okay? You know, I'm paying loans just like everybody else. All right? You don't see me calling you Mr. Clearly Half Elf. All right? All right? So I don't even know what your business is.
Pick me up. He can't see me down here.
It's the middle of summer. We don't have plow guys. Oh, hello.
Hey, you. It's okay. It's okay to be, you know, not appreciated. I appreciate you. I know you keep those snowplows in storage somewhere.
Yeah,
We
of course.
just need to borrow one for a little while.
Ogre.
And then we'll bring it back. Please?
Roll
Please.
me a persuasion check. Normally it would be with disadvantage. Persuasion. Normally it would be with disadvantage because of you like immediately insulted him. Because he clearly has a name tag right in front. It says Mr. Ogre. But because you're getting the help action with your buddy, that'll give you advantage to cancel out. So we'll just do a flat persuasion check. What'd you get?
21.
That was
A 21. Was that better? That was better than yours, Taylor?
mine was an 18 plus 6, 24. Let's go, ogre.
Fucking shit.
Show me to the plows.
we
Walk me there
both
yourself.
did a very good job.
The ogre he like listens to you and he goes, I don't have time for this. I have a master's degree. I'm not going to tell you that all the plows are stored in our storage facility out back. And I'm not going to tell you that it's not really guarded that well. And I'm not going to tell you that there's a lock on the door, but it's really shitty because we only use that stuff like once a year, maybe really once every other year. I'm not going to tell you guys any of that. And I need you to get out of my face because there's people behind you that actually have problems. Next customer. And he sends you guys on your way.
Can you follow your dreams?
As we're
as
walking
you-
away,
80,000 gold.
Oh,
Yuri
says you guys-
says, how do you know an ogre has a master's degree? They'll tell you. I whisper just a little too loud, clearly on purpose.
You see
also,
it.
as you guys are walking away, the doors open up, and Captain Sparks walks in his brilliant, shiny green armor. And, hello, fellow citizens. Could someone please tell me which way to the snowplows?
Just run. Keep
all
going.
of the tellers.
So annoying. Just keep. Just go.
You see someone lining turns around and goes, "Holy shit! It's Captain Sparks!" And 3 people immediately bolt out of the room, running away. The tellers all grab these chains, go, and they close the things and put up like to lunch signs, and everyone just starts packing up and leaving. There are a number of middle school kids that are very excited to see Captain Sparks out. And they're like, "Oh my god, can we get your autograph?"
Of course. I'm gonna do some poses too. Just
They take their
Sounded like Carl from Jimmy Neutron.
for the record, I look very much like a big bad Beetleborg.
I was
my
thinking like the
God.
Tick or something like that. It's just like super big and obnoxious from this tiny little child.
God.
I left you guys off. You were walking out. You guys know where the snow plows are. This room just cleared out because there's a bunch of people in City Hall that are afraid of Captain Sparks. Some people are annoyed at him, mostly the City Hall people, and then there are people in the town that are annoyed with him, and then there's just like general bad guys who don't want a superhero to see them in public.
So, are you gonna just go like whoosh with the lock and just like knock it off? Are you super strong? I don't know what you do. I just know your name.
Yeah, I was just gonna punch it.
Okay. Yeah, just punch the lock off and then we'll just take it.
Bare knuckle. Let's go. You see, he cracks his knuckles. There's just a glint of hesitation in his eyes before he rears back to full on Superman punch this
You rear back.
hard, solid lock.
Give me an attack roll on this this lock.
My unarmed roll.
You're punching it, so yeah.
That's a 4 + 5 for 9.
Yeah, you punch this metal lock, and nothing happens. It looks like the door actually might be more damaged than the lock itself.
My mom always said if sometimes you gotta readjust after the first round, and then you take another swing and rear back a second time with my left hand.
Go for it.
And that's a 17.
17 hits it. Go ahead, roll damage. I don't know how much damage a lock has, but we'll make up a threshold real quick.
Bludgeoning damage. I got 3.
3 damage to a lock. It looks like you have broken the lock enough where it doesn't work as a lock, but the door still looks like it is together. The lock is damaged, but the door's not down yet. You do have a big ass superhero with you.
No, we left him behind. So, like, if the lock is
Signing
damaged,
autographs.
Oh, that's right.
if the lock is damaged, can we just like jiggle it off and then open the door?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. Just
what
a
do you?
thought.
Yeah, you can. What are
like,
you mechanically
take it
trying to
off
do
and
to
then open
jiggle
the
it
door.
off? Do you have like a thing?
I don't know. Just like go. Just try to get it off.
It's pretty busted. but the door is not strong. You could probably just like do something to the door. There are a couple windows nearby, but the lock is pretty fucked. But there are other ways into this shit. It's not. I mean, it's not.
Yuri is pulling his head back as far as he can to get ready for a full-on headbutt. Not of the door, of this lock.
I'm gonna run up at this. Oh, sorry. I thought this. I've been running all around trying to find where the
Is your name
snowplows are.
Captain Sprinkles?
But no, Captain
I've
Spark.
heard your name is Captain No, Sprinkles.
I think
Captain
I would know
Sprinkles.
my own name, Captain Sparks.
Nah, Captain Sprinkles. It's fine.
Anyways, fellow citizens, you look like you're about to harm yourself by headbutting that door. Maybe I could save the day by opening the door for you.
Yuri
Can I?
glances and then just fully headbutts this door.
Or not?
Roll me one last attack. If it hits, we'll say you bust the lock through.
That's an 8.
Your head hits, and as you pull back, there's a little indention of a lock on your head, and a little like stars.
Even Mom wasn't undefeated.
In the distance, Mia just doesn't know why, but she feels disappointed. She's like, huh.
And it's not the first time she's felt this feeling.
And then she goes back to wiping down the table.
What is that?
She's just
It's at least 3 times a day.
she looks around a little bit. Huh. Goes back to wiping the table. You zoom out a little bit,
All
and
right,
she's
Sprinkle
standing on
Man.
somebody's neck while she's wiping the table down. All right, sorry.
All right, Sprinkle Man, if you're so big, you find a way into this plow room. Plow. I can't speak straight. My head hurts.
I'm gonna raise my hand and point it at the door, and Iron Man use my lightning launcher to just shoot at the door.
Perfect. Yeah, you go ahead and roll an attack roll if you need to.
15.
Yeah, awesome. Boom. The door explodes, and in front of you, you see one one plow, and then off to the side, there's like three little individual plows that you can attach to mech wagons.
Plow was my favorite childhood computer game.
Plow is my favorite relish-like thing you can put on chili with cornbread.
Plow is my favorite euphemism for sex.
That was my favorite Pokemon.
How would you guys like to go about grabbing one of these boys? There's 3 that you can take. They are pretty damn heavy. You could try and get your mech wagon here. There is like an actual plow. You could steal the one that moves and just drive it back to your garage. What's the plan here moving forward?
Oh, isn't that kid still with the mech wagon? You think we could send word for him to bring the mech wagon here, and then we could just load the plows onto the mech wagon, and then that'll solve everything, right?
That makes
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of sense.
Have someone back at your base. Yeah, you guys should definitely. Do you want me to run and go tell him?
I mean, I'm probably the
Don't worry
fastest, but I
yourself,
guess you
Captain
could.
Sprinkles.
No, I
No,
think.
I
please.
mean, Captain Sprinkles, he's a busy man. Just keep saving, doing whatever.
It
We'll
sounds like
just,
you guys are in real
give
bad
some
need. And
gold
I
to
would really love to help
Aquaria,
you out.
You
It
know.
doesn't sound like a hero
No,
job.
it's fine. We
Every
really,
job's a hero's job, but it
yeah,
requires
it's really
helping
none
people.
Of your business. It's,
No, it's fine.
well,
I
it's
honestly,
not really
I was-
helping. I mean, it's just.
I had
I
plans.
just-
They canceled
I'll
on me. I'm
support
trying to
small
free
business.
up. It's
I'll
okay.
go find a little
I really
Korea
don't mind.
downtown It's fine. I don't want to bother you.
I need the exercise.
Okay if you insist.
Hey, Captain Sparkles, your
If you
cheekbones
insist.
look a little bit like my cheekbones.
I'm gonna go find. I'll see you guys later, and I'm gonna take off without getting directions because I know exactly where it is.
They always run away.
It's okay. Maybe he'll come back. And you can inquire after his cheekbones at a later date.
Yuri knows his way around a plow. He works on. He's got a wrench. He rips the plow off of one of the plow mechs and gets it ready for our mech plow.
Yeah. I
Plow
mean,
car.
there's 3 just sitting there, but if you want to like take one off, just to stick it to the man, I can appreciate that too. Somewhere in the distance,
Mia feels slightly less ashamed.
Yeah, somewhere in the distance, your unknown but very intelligent father feels disappointed, and he doesn't know why. Yeah.
He's like, ever since that night, I get this feeling.
A little bit of time goes by, and Drew rolls up with the mech wagon. Drew, I'm gonna need you. I'm assuming Drew, the self-proclaimed scientist, is gonna be the one that attempts to attach the plow to the mech wagon. Or are you just loading it up into the mech wagon?
I'm an This is what I was. I can do both, or either, whatever we prefer. This is my This is what my character is built for. Is building
stuff.
Hey, kid, shouldn't you be in school? Like, aren't you like 10?
Oh, it's okay. I just coughed a lot and said I was sick. This is much more important to me. Honestly, I have the best grades in class anyways.
Okay, nerd.
Okay,
But like, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want people to think I kidnapped you.
Oh, I won't
Or that
scream
he
or kick.
Kidnapped you. Good. I guess. Whatever.
If you're
I
true,
just wanted to make sure.
I don't want to be any part of that. I was truant for a while, and they stopped coming for me when my mom eventually just beat them off because she needed more help serving. But I know it's not a good thing. You should learn stuff.
No, it's fine. I promise.
Yeah.
I'm excelling in all of my courses.
We don't want to make you, go down the bad road. I mean, I went down the bad road. I started skipping classes, then I started stealing shit.
I have a
And then
great
I
role
started
model
having
who doesn't
fun
go down.
stealing shit. Now I'm here. I hope I'm not your role model.
Oh no, it's Captain
That would be
Sparks. He's a hero.
I hope I am your.
Oh,
Wait.
God.
Oh, yeah. Sparks was just here. You just missed him.
What? I missed him? Oh,
He
gee,
looks kind of like
Will.
me.
How did you miss him? We sent him to find you.
Oh, that's right. That's of course. He came and I saw him, and then he told me to come here.
Are you sure you're doing well in all your classes?
Drew, I'm gonna need you to
Are you
roll.
sure you're not actually sick?
Drew, I'm gonna need you to roll a deception check, and then Zanri and Yuri, I'm gonna need you to roll. What would this be? Like wisdom checks, or are we just gonna do straight charisma contest?
Might be insight.
Insight, yeah, you guys can roll insight. Roll an insight check versus
Which is still just wisdom.
Drew McCormick's deception.
I would say insight or investigation.
Yeah, either one of those, whichever one you like better.
Okay. I switched to investigation.
I got a
I had
19.
strong 20.
God damn.
I got a 14.
14. Yeah, there's some Zanri. There's something weird about. There's definitely something weird about this kid. Like, he should definitely be in school. And then, yeah, Yuri. Yeah, you can tell. Like, oh, clearly this kid is Captain Sparks. Like, this kid is clearly not telling the truth. He is this mystery man. Maybe still your dad, though.
Yuri doesn't say anything
I'm
because he
younger than
doesn't want to
Tim.
blow it that he knows, and he's like trying to work out in his head. Could his dad also be a child? Right now, he's just remaining totally silent on this revelation.
I
No,
mean,
but for
Dad's a
real, are
kid.
you like actually sick?
Oh
Like,
no,
did you? I mean, I know you fibbed this morning, but are you actually sick?
I'm perfectly healthy.
I don't believe you.
Probably a good role model
Do I
too.
need to call your mum? Yeah.
I could
No.
be maybe when I'm older, but yeah, I hope that one day people look up to me.
I hope so too.
Well, you're gonna have to grow a little taller, because even I still look down on you. It's very short. I'm
I-
short. But anyway, let's get this snowplow back. Put it on, and then what are we gonna modify next?
Yeah, Dad, Drew, what do you think we should put on the car next? On the mech wagon. My head still hurts from that. I'm really mixed up. I headbutted a lock earlier. I really almost got it too.
Oh
You
gee,
did.
that sounds like it was hardcore. I can't believe you did that to get this for us. Well,
Yeah.
How'd you guys like the idea of, the disc launcher? Or I could maybe get some barrels of vegetable oil we have back and set those as like an oil slick.
Oh, those ones we got from Mom.
you got that stuff. You have the snowplow.
Was that one of the ones we decided on? Or was that just a free one that we got from the graces of our God that he said he was going to give us as a fourth one?
the oil slick? Yeah, I'm giving you the oil slick. You got the
Okay.
Actually no, because that was you guys' coming up. Like, that was Taylor's justification of his mom having the oil. So you have the oil, all right. You have
Right, so
the
it shouldn't count as any of them.
the snowplow. Correct. But for time's sake, it definitely is, because you guys got you got one more to procure, and then I will gift one upon you.
Ooh.
What would you like to do?
I've been thinking about the nets. I think they're a bad idea. I don't know what I was thinking. We got mech wagons versus rope.
Hey,
Wasn't my
don't be
best
so hard
idea.
on
Well,
yourself.
now
I'm sure that a net would be great in catching stuff.
there are going to be like people on the mech wagons, like there are going to be other crews going against them. So, and they can like, you can, you could potentially net up people to make them fall or keep them from using their stuff. So, it is really kind of up to you. I'm not telling you that you got to do it. I'm just saying I don't think it's a terrible idea necessarily.
I think we should go for it. The weighted net. And even if we don't catch a whole mech wagon in it, there's a good chance that it would get all up in its tires and its axles and fuck shit up. Right?
Yeah.
So, I think that's a good idea. I like that idea, Yuri. I think we should do it.
Sounds like a good
Gonna
idea to
give
me
you
as
an
well.
Encouraging pat on the shoulder.
Great.
You have to jump up to do it.
Yeah, like jump, pet, pet.
Pet Pet was the best sequel to
Let's have everyone roll a
the
quick.
game we mentioned earlier.
Let's have everyone roll a quick, just like wisdom check or wisdom or intelligence check, whichever one you like better on you was.
Ooh, I'm going intelligence.
Ooh, that's an 11.
This is I think this is the first time I've ever been excited to roll an intelligence check.
Just base intelligence.
Yeah, just or if
Yes,
if you got
That was
proficiency.
a dumb question. I'm sorry. 15.
15? Yeah. So you guys know that there are
Wait, what if we're proficient in it?
then add your proficiency bonus.
Oh, then I got a 23. If
Nice.
that helps us learn
Then
more.
I got an 18.
Yeah. Yeah, Drew, your stepdad is a fisherman and he has a bunch of nets on his boat in your backyard.
Oh, perfect. My stepdad doesn't mind when I borrow his stuff.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. It's okay if he does. He's not my real
My
dad.
stepdad didn't like it when I borrowed his coins.
What happened?
I'm pretty sure I asked. Well, I mean, I don't want to talk about it.
Hmm. I never had a
Maybe I should have
stepdad.
asked. Oh, they're pretty big.
Oh, they're
I
not
don't
all they're
really like
cracked
'em.
up to be.
I've heard there's like some good ones, but most of the time they're bad. They're like
There was
not good.
this guy Mike stayed for a week one time at the tavern. I thought he might have been my real dad. He was just some guy named Mike.
Was he a dick?
He was a dick.
I'm sorry. I'm
Well, at
gonna
least
hug your shin.
You got the stepdad
Sorry.
experience.
Yeah. Someday. Someday. You know what? I don't need a stepdad. I don't need a real dad. I got me and I got my mom and I'm gonna win this GD race. Let's build some nets.
Let's do
Yeah,
it.
let's do it.
And I put my hand in to do like a group hand, like
And I quickly put my
I'm
hand
just
right
gonna
on top of
slap his
Drew's.
hand. Uh, uh. There's something weird going on here. I don't know what. We have a 10-year-old, and then however old you are, and I'm a criminal. This is very strange to me. But whatever. And then I'll put my hand in the middle too.
I'm a little unsure about this myself. Let's do it.
You guys break, you climb into your mech wagon. Has a snow plow in the back. The top's off. It's a nice day. And you take a drive through the neighborhood and you pull up to the McCormick household. And as you're coming up, you see there's a big sign in the yard, and it's a face. It's like the face / and logo of Captain Sparks. Then it has a big red circle with a line through it, and it says Captain Sparks not welcome here. And that was a sign put there by Drew's stepfather.
Wow, seems like you're really not Captain Sparkles fans here, huh?
it's my stepdad. He can just be hot-headed about things. And as we walk, I'm gonna kick it over like I do every time I walk home.
Yuri gives it a little headbutt, just even though it's already on the ground, just in support of his maybe dad.
Now, Drew.
Henry is going to deface it and say it is Captain Sprinkles and not Captain Sparkles.
Now, Drew, as you're coming home, your stepdad is at work. There's nothing. You don't have to worry about that there. But your mom is also at work, but she works from home these days. And you are supposed to be at school today. So this isn't necessarily challenging as in the fact that, you're not having to steal necessarily, but you do have to sneak past your mom and get into the backyard to procure the nets from the boat.
Okay. All right. Now, my mom's office has a window that looks over the boat. So we have to be real sneaky.
I mean, I'm the sneakiest one. I can just go and probably not be found.
Oh, that sounds like the best solution then.
I was gonna say I
Plus,
can
like,
knock on the door, pretend to be like a
Yeah.
traveling
You cause a
salesperson.
distraction.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty good at talking to people all those years of waitering.
Yeah.
As long as your mom doesn't know me, I mean, I am me.
Well, maybe that use that to your advantage.
Oh yeah, no, that's a better plan than me being a traveling salesperson. All right, no, totally. What's your mom do? I could work it in. Like we're doing a special down at the Mia's Knuckles to like home workers, a special for thanking them.
Like women's group,
Yeah, totally.
like
could
local
work.
women's group book club.
She's big
Scroll
into
club.
book club. She's in 6 different. She goes to book clubs 6 nights a week, different book clubs. But
Oh, okay.
she's a very avid reader.
Hell yeah, I know books. James Stocks.
James Stocks is a great book. I can't believe you read those.
Yeah, I read his whole money management series. Honestly, my mom let me handle that stuff. She said, "You're the ones with the brains, and I'm the one with the bronze." I don't really agree, but here we are.
I think you look strong.
Thanks, Chad. True. My head still hurts from the headbutt of the lock earlier. I'm still a little
Maybe you should
dizzy.
get that looked at.
Yeah. I immediately run away and go knock on the front door.
And then
I'm gonna hide behind the
go.
battle wagon. I think it'd be best if I wasn't seen at all here. Unless you want me to go with. I don't want you to think I'm trying to get out of the work. I'm not.
No, please stay out of it.
Okay. I'm gonna just
Okay.
hide and kind of like duck down into the wagon.
Yeah.
Perfect. The door, the door, like kind of just like cracks open a little bit, and you see like a little chain that like opens the door. Yes. Can I help you?
Oh, so this door opens easy, huh?
Yep. Very easy.
Oh.
Yeah. It opens just fine. Yeah. Can I help you?
Sorry, I had troubles with the door earlier today. Mrs. McCormick? Hi, you might know me. I'm Yuri.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yuri Sparrows.
Oh, Mia's boy. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
How,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a big fan. Your
Yeah.
mother is absolutely. Do you know I went to high school with your mother? She was even back then. She was so fun. Oh God, you look just like her, and you look like your father too. Wow. I'm gonna help you today.
Wait, you knew my dad?
What?
I-
Oh my God! Please don't tell
I
your mom.
have
Please don't tell your
many
mom I said it.
questions for you.
Please don't tell your mom. Please don't tell your mom I said it. I have to go. I'm so sorry. But please don't.
Wait. My mom has a book reading.
Go on.
She wanted me to invite you personally because you're such old friends. Her third autobiography, Mia's Knuckles with 3 S's, is coming out, and she's reading it at the tavern this weekend, and she wanted me to personally come by and invite you since you're such old friends.
Wow, Mia Knuckles invited me. I mean, Knuckles with 2 Ks was just, oh God, it read so fast. And I mean, of course, the original book, Knuckles. Wow. I mean, just like your mother is just,
It was jaw shattering.
she just writes and writes. I of course would humbly accept this invitation. When is it? The book club?
Saturday.
This Saturday. Okay. Yeah. I can do that. I can do that. And as that's going on, let's cut over to Zanri. Zanri, while Yuri is at the door, what are you doing to sneak?
We do the same thing or the movie scene thing where it shows, like, it rewinds back and then the camera follows Amri.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. So, I'm just, sneaking around the house and being real quiet and tiny and small and undetectable. Trying to find a boat with the nets. So
Perfect. Are you going in the house or are you going around the house?
no, I'm going around the house.
Around the house.
No, I'm not going in the house. No, don't. No, that would be weird.
Yeah. All right. You walk up as you go to sneak around the side. Let's just go ahead. Let's roll a stealth check. Just to establish here since we're sneaking.
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Perfect. All right. You'd start going to sneak around the house and you walk up and they have like one of those like gates. You just see a gate. There's no obvious latch in front of you.
I'm gonna push it open.
Yeah, you go to push it and it kind of like it buckles a little bit. It buckles just a little bit. It's not a very high gate. Yeah. It's about maybe like kind of chest high.
Then I'll just scurry over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You scurry over it. When you get
Then
over
I'll
the
just
other side, you
scurry
look
over it.
back and you just see like one of those little latches just like chilling, like one of the ones where you reach over and hit it with your hands.
I'm gonna unlatch it for my way back.
Perfect. Yeah, you pop the
'Cause
latch.
I'm gonna have a net in my hand and it's gonna be really heavy.
Smart. Yeah. Gate swings open. You turn around. You see Drew's backyard. It has like one of those detached garages in the back there. A little patio with some like some lawn furniture. You see like a swing set. You see a swing set, and then there's a that looks like maybe Drew has like a little sister. It's like a little playground set, and there's a tree house up in there, and then there's like a little handcrafted sign above the door to the tree house that just says the lab.
I'm gonna punch him when I get back. He's such a fucking nerd. So I'm gonna where's the boat though? Like boat with the nets and the stuff. Is it in the garage? The garage.
The garage.
Garage.
Yeah, you go.
Pronounced tree bucket.
Yeah.
I'm totally, even though it's a fantasy world, I'm totally picturing Drew's house to just be like your typical 2-story suburban house.
That's exactly what. That's exactly what it is.
Absolutely.
That's 100% what it is. Yeah. Yeah. You go over to the garage. You peek in, and you see a little boat inside.
Oh, in the garage. The garage.
The
And
gr-
then I'm gonna get the net.
All right. This
The
is
boat. Can I get in the garage?
this is the final challenge. Is how do you get in the garage? It has one of the big garage doors that is locked, and then it has like one of the walk-in doors that has like the window on it.
I'm just gonna go in the door with the window on it.
You jiggle the handle. It appears to be.
That's what you said, right?
locked.
The
Yeah.
door. It's like a door with a little window in it. Or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. Like you can like see. You can like a door with a window, so you can see through it. It's not like an empty hole. There's glass that filling it. You can't. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. I'm just. Is that locked? The door.
The door is locked. Yes.
And I like. Oh shit. Equipment. What's in here? So, I have a lockpick. can I try to
Yes.
break in
Let's go for it.
to the grudge?
Let's go for it.
Okay.
This is your stock household lock. We'll just set the DC. We'll say it's a 13 to break into this garage.
What should I, dexterity or something?
You should be, if you have a lock pick, you would roll. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah. Should roll
Straight
with like,
dexterity.
yeah, like lock picking. If you have a lock pick, then you roll with your lock picking tools. So it should be. Do you have a proficiency with your lock picking tools? Because then you can add your proficiency bonus.
Yes.
Yeah. So then, yeah, dexterity
Okay.
plus your proficiency.
gonna-
Gotta be a 13.
Right. Got it. I got a 7 plus 6.
So you just barely get it. You get in, like, you're just about to give up when you hear kink, and then the door. You walk in. You see. You walk in. You see the boat sitting there. There is the other family mech wagon that they have. Drew has clearly been working on it, maybe a little bit here and there, trying to fix it up, like a project mech wagon. The boat's sitting there. There's a bunch of supplies in it. You see the nets sitting there, and then you also see like a couple of like the boat has some like mounted like harpoon guns sitting on the front of it as well.
Okay. So I'm gonna gather up the nets on the floor, and then once I've done that, I'm gonna jimmy off the harpoon thingies and then put them in the nets and then wrap it all up and then like Santa Claus it out of here.
We pan back to Yuri and Drew's mom. This Saturday, what is that, in the evening, or is that when
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock 8 o'clock
8 o'clock.
in the morning, or the
I'll pick you up. I'll drop you off
oh
in the evening.
Okay.
Is your son my dad?
I'm not liberty to
Don't think, just answer. First thing that comes to your head.
And the door closes. The door closes just as Zanri pokes her head around the corner with a net on her over their shoulder with harpoons in it, like Santa Claus.
I guess it's more of Grinch now that I think about it.
Totally.
It's not very Santa Claus.
Does that make the stepdad the Who's?
Grinch style.
Yes.
He gets like around
Drew
his
just
boat.
looks like. Yeah.
There's got to be a
there's
Who
little
race in
nose
D&D,
like
right?
this.
The stepdad just
Totally.
Maybe.
drunkenly sings Hallelujah.
If I lived forever, go Christmas, fuck you down.
Perfect. And with that, we're going to take 10, and then we're going to come back and we're going to get into our race. So we're going to take 10 minutes break, and then we'll be back to, we're going to put our car together, and then we're going to get out on the drag and actually race these bad boys. So we're going to be back in 10, and we'll see you guys in just a second. And welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a good break. We had refreshments and a bio break. All right, we are going to
I had
race
s'mores.
s'mores. We are going to race our mech wagons. So how this will work? We're gonna get go off the starting line. You guys have your mech wagon. You have your snowplow, harpoon gun, net, and oil available on your mech wagon. You see there are 3 other racers with you at the starting line. How this is going to work, you guys will get like the go signal, and you can have you need someone to drive, and then you have 2 other people that can do various things. Maneuvering the car is a bonus action. To kind of, either move it into place to try and like make an attack with your devices, or you can use it to kind of try to like get ahead, like maneuver the thing in any way as a bonus action. So the driver can still use an action to like do do something with their hands, or like a buff spell or something like that. Does that make sense? You don't have to be the driver. You can switch off drivers.
Yeah.
Like you can switch who's doing what. That is pretty much like the mechanics. Try to keep it simple with the mechanics of the game. You guys tell me. It's very much going to be kind of like a battle sort of scenario. We'll roll initiative, and then we'll kind of track it from there. Do you guys have any questions on how that works? I'm trying to keep it simple so we don't get
We have
bogged down.
one driver.
Yeah, you have one driver someone has to drive the mech wagon. You have the 2 other people to like mess with your various things, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing a spot.
Yeah. And then that is about that's about it. Cool. Let's
I'll
go
be
ahead.
the driver.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and roll initiative. And while you guys are rolling initiative, I will lay down our opening day. So you guys come out to you guys walk up to the starting line. You're on the highway end of the drag, right? So you kind of go down, you drive the length of the drag, and then come back up the course, right? And it serves 2 purposes, right? Like you guys get to inspect the course and make sure that there's like nothing wrong with it or this, that, and the other along the way. And then you also have to get to the starting location. You get down there and you see your 3 other competitors that you have to beat out. You see a crew of like frat boy elves, right? And they're all just like they're chilling in their Letterman's jackets, and they're like, oh, this is gonna be so cool. Like, oh man, our mech wagon is fucking tight, bro. It's fucking extreme. And you see their mech wagon, and it's kind of like beefy, and then it does have just 2 big arms. 2 big arms kind of coming out the side that have like kind of claws on the ends. Mia looks over, like she's in the crowd, Yuri, and she kind of looks over at you and gives you eyes. And then you pan over to the next one. And it is a group of ogres. You see the ogre, from the city hall the day before, and you realize that this is the city hall crew, and they have a government vehicle, a government mech wagon. It does have stuff on it, but you can't tell what, like, all their stuff is hidden, so you're not exactly sure what their main weapon is. And then the final racer of the evening is the defending champion, who has been reigning for quite some time. He's a genie that goes by the name of Jin Diesel, and his crew is just him. He drives, and then if he needs to do a thing, he just like he like pops off a part of himself, and very much like the genie in Aladdin, he's just like his own little like, oh, I'm over here. What am I doing now? Oh, I'm fighting this weapon. Ooh, and then and he just kind of like cruise his whole mech wagon by himself, and he is the one to beat always. Now that we have our cast and crew here, what do we get for initiative?
I got a 23.
23.
I got a 16.
I got a 5.
23, 16.
Damn.
Sorry, one. Who got
I also
you got the 23, Drew? And then
no,
No,
I got the
Zenri.
16.
sorry, Drew, Zanri, and then genies. You guys can, while I'm writing all this stuff, you talk amongst yourselves as you prep for the race here. Everyone's
So-
mech wagons at the start of the line. The crowds are just
I
like
have
cheering up.
brought. Yeah. I've brought a bag of fish, and I'm going
Ooh.
to
Ooh,
waltz
yum.
around and no, not for eating. And then I'm going to waltz around and I'm going to hide fish in everyone else's mech wagon.
I love that.
In the exhaust pipe and the seats, in one of the jock's back pockets when he's not looking, in Jin Diesel's stupid face. No, not his face, but somewhere in his car. I'm going to hide a fish
Give
or
me
two.
a sleight of hand
And
check.
that's really all I want to do. Damn it. Oh, where is it? I had to move it. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I'm gonna restart
That
my.
will be a
Go ahead.
total 20.
20. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah. You sneakily stick fish in and around everyone's vehicles so that they can smell bad at inopportune times. Hey, let me. I'm gonna real quick. I'm going to refresh my Discord just to make sure that we're not lagging a lot. Because even as I'm looking at my Discord, it looks like I'm lagging a little bit. BRB. This will be really fast. Boosh.
Bad again.
It was once he started streaming.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I hope this should be a little bit better. Is this better, everybody? Is it better?
Yeah.
I think so.
Am I
Perfect.
still okay?
Yeah, you look good.
Yeah.
We're all good now.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
While Sandry's walking around depositing fish, Yuri grabs Drew, pulls him up to eye level with him, locks eyes with him, and says, "Look, I know one thing for sure. You're Captain Sparkles, and I don't know another thing for sure. You may or may not be my dad, and I
Well, I'm-
need to
What?
figure out both of these things for sure right now before this race starts and before Xander gets back."
I'm definitely neither of those. I know Captain Sparks real close, but I'm not
keep
him.
holding him up with one hand and pull the other fist back that's still a little bloody.
I'm
I gotta-
definitely not your dad. I promise I'm not your dad. I'm still a virgin.
That fist wipes a single tear away from my eye, flicks it onto the ground,
I wish
then
I
sets you back down.
could help you with that. All right,
Okay.
look. I'm not your dad, but you're right. I'm Captain Sparks. You can't tell anybody though, all right? It's got to be a big secret.
Well, what are we gonna tell Xander? Because you're not getting in this mech with us, and we
No.
need a third person.
I know. That's why I've been setting it up from the start that I have a good friend, and I even signed up. If you look at the sign-up sheet, I wrote Captain Sparks instead of my own name. So he's been in it the whole time.
I mean,
All I
that's
need to
pretty
do
smart.
is escape. And if you notice, I spent all week, I painted the whole mech wagon to be the same color as his armor. And I did put a big Captain Sparks logo on both sides, which is just the words Captain Sparks, because I haven't thought of a logo yet.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I noticed that. I wasn't gonna bring it up because I thought, again, it seemed a little suspicious. I was waiting the right time to talk
Yeah.
to you.
So I'm just gonna, hopefully no one else questions it. I know you won't question it, and I think Zanri, now I'm all confused and jumbled up, and jeez, I think she'll be able to, improvise and roll with it, because she's a smart cookie, and I'm all right. I'm gonna head off to the bathroom. Wink. That means I'm changing into my battle armor.
And then you hear
You're
over
definitely
the
not my dad.
you hear over the loudspeakers, "Racers, please head to your mech wagons."
Yuri does a cool jump into the mech wagon unnecessarily.
Roll me an athletics check real quick.
Oh.
That's a 19.
Yeah, you do it. I was kind of hoping you'd fail. Go
Kind
ahead.
of flexes on the way in too, and looks at his mom.
She flexes back at you, and there's a little twinkle in her eye. She's like, she yells, she's like, that's my boy. He ain't punching stuff, but he's gonna do good.
Before Zenri returns. Oh,
I
Captain
just
Sparks is
Feel
coming
good for the
running.
first time.
oh, good. Yay, that makes me happy. Okay, so before Zenri returns, she's going to place a bet. She's going to go to the betting booths or, under the bleachers, whatever. And she's going
There's
to place a
both.
bet. Yeah, so she's going to put, 2 silver in the official one on us. But then she's going to put, 4 gold on the bleachers ones on us, too. So... And then she's gonna come back, and then she has fancy goggles. They do nothing. They did something at one point in time, but they do nothing now. And she's gonna put on her driving goggles, and she's gonna sit in her little driver's seat. She looks like a little grandma, but she's not a grandma. She's a killer.
All right, Zanri is taking the driver's seat to start. Yuri, you're up. Where do you want to go? What you got? You got your net. You got your net launcher. You got harpoon guns. Snowplow is snowplow, and then the oil thing is kind of the oil thing. So you got those 2 little harpoons on kind of mounted on either side, and then you got a net catcher. Where do you want to station first?
Yeah, Yuri goes and mounts one of the. Go to one of the harpoons. Kind of trying it on for size. Yuri does get one of the tree buckets that was also set inside. He takes out his bag of beans. Magical item has 3 beans in it.
Oh yeah.
Takes one of them and plants it in the dirt in the tree bucket and puts a little water in it.
Perfect. In the car's tree bucket, you plant one of your magic beans and start watering. Is there specific mechanics for the growth of a magic bean that's on that sheet, or is it it just says something? It just says do whatever.
Well, in a minute, the GM will. Oh yeah, there is. I guess I should have sent you these very specific mechanics.
Shoot him to me on our text
basically,
thread.
you make a roll.
Bag of beans, baby.
Yeah. I'll send it to you. You make a roll, and then a bunch of things could happen from that speed
Gotcha.
a minute from now.
1 minute. Okay. Gotcha. Fantastic.
Roughly a minute,
But-
you know.
Yeah.
Baby.
Well,
10 rounds.
yeah, 10-ish rounds. Hopefully this doesn't take 10 rounds. That could be potentially very long. Perfect. And then
My favorite sport.
so you get the guy kind of comes up. He's like, hey guys, your team's down a man there. You can't compete unless you got everybody.
And then
Sandra
right then,
has her little goggles on.
Bum, ba-da, bum, ba-da, bum, ba-da,
Have no
bum.
fear. Captain Sparks is here, and I'm gonna try and do a front flip onto the
Yeah, you know that's going to need to be an
top of the wagon.
athletics check.
Yeah, I know. That's okay. What is my athletics? Does having a 35 base speed help me with that at all too? Like,
Not too much.
okay, fair enough. Oh, good. I have -1 to athletics. It can't be acrobatics.
It could be acrobatics.
Okay, I have +2.
Oh, Dustin, Taylor dropped it in the Twitch chat.
Did he? In the
The-
For all the viewers.
for all the viewers. Oh, perfect. That actually
For the viewers to see.
that's probably actually easier
It could
for
be
me.
a 7. Also,
Yeah, you go to do a flip up
seven.
onto the thing, and you clear it with your feet. Like your feet get up there, but you did a real good job waxing. So you do the flip, and your feet hit the thing, and you go ha ha, and right as you keep rotating, and just face plant right onto the hood of your car, and there's now a face-sized dent in the hood of the mech wagon, which also has your face on it, and kind of like doing a little thumbs up. There's like a face dent on your face, so you can have face dents on your face. Oh, okay, so
Oi.
it's like a wild magic table.
Be careful. It took a middle schooler. It took a middle schooler like a whole week to paint. Because they've been gone a really long time. Stop fucking it up, Captain Sprinkles.
I'm sure he knows his work is appreciated. I'm gonna climb up and just
Whatever.
take one of the. I'll just kind of stand in the general middle so I can whatever I need to jump onto. But I also want to be in the middle because I want all the attention on me, and I'm gonna start posing just to get the crowds.
Perfect. The crowd's booing. Boo! Boo! Captain Sparkle
Erie's
sucks.
a little excited.
You look over at Mia Knuckles, and
Erie's a little excited that
when you look over at Mia Knuckles, her eyes gets big, and then she kind of like puts her head down when Captain Sparks shows up. She's a little blush. She's blushing a little bit. She looks maybe like a little bit embarrassed that Captain Sparks is here, and like trying to hide her face maybe a little bit.
Oh my
Erie's just like disappointed that our team looks bad, but a little happy that he specifically doesn't look bad, and like that he nailed his little cool jump onto the boat, onto the car.
A man comes over the loudspeaker. He's like, "Racers, now I want a good, clean fight. I don't want any shenanigans. I see that you all have multiple weapons, both on your person and attached to your mech vehicles. Now I know as soon as people get around the first turn, these things often turn violent because there's no spectators, only here and at the very end. But I'm trusting everyone here today is not going to use any of these violent, illegal weapons attached to your vehicles. Can I get verbal consent from all parties here?" And all the racers like, yes, of course, not going to use anything illegal. And then the genie just like, yep, yeah.
I'm gonna cross my fingers behind my back, but
And all right,
Frustrates me how good at two shoes.
he goes to the loudspeakers.
I just want to pick on him.
Racers, start your engines. The genie's is absolutely silent because
Disturbed.
his entire mech vehicle is actually a manifestation of magic itself. But the other three vehicles are just loud. And in the sky, a wizard comes up and stands in the middle of the drag, and he starts casting this big spell, and all of a sudden the sun turns red, and then in the sun you see it go beep beep, and then the sun turns green beep. And to kick us off,
Oh, right on the 2 and I want to tell Zamri to step on the gas.
I already did.
and that's perfect because Xanri, you're first in the initiative. So you can take bonus action is to maneuver the vehicle, and then you can kind of work it however you want from there. Dash action works for the vehicle as well if you want to like get ahead. Yeah, go for it.
So I'm gonna take a dash action just so that I can try to get as far ahead as I can, since I'm still at the starting point and I'm first. So I'm just gonna take a dash action first.
Yeah, beautiful. You dash, and right as you kind of pull ahead, you see the ogres. They kind of like stay parallel with you. The jocks do the same thing, as the ogres peel off, Drew, it comes to you. What would you like to do in this moment? You're kind of peeling off. You're neck and neck with the jocks. It looks like you guys got the jump on the genie. Or sorry, you're neck and neck with the ogres. You guys got the jumps on the jocks and the genie.
We can't. We're still in obvious sight though of everybody else.
Yeah, right now, after we kind of get through these, after we get through this first round, we'll get away from the crowd. But yeah, right now we're kind of in front of everybody. Being inconspicuous is recommended.
Will this work? Okay, I have two ideas.
Okay.
First off, would Thunderwave work as a boost if I Thunderwaved
Ooh, like
backwards?
Thunderwaved behind because Thunderwave pushes objects 15 feet, right? Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So if you want to Thunderwave behind the thing, that's normally an attack roll, right?
It is.
So spell
Yeah,
attack.
it's a spell, so it's an attack roll.
Yeah, so let's do this. You're gonna roll an attack roll on a 20 or higher. You'll be propelled like an extra 20 feet. 15 through 20, you get the full 15 feet. 10 through 15, you get the 10. 5 through 10, you get an extra like 5 feet.
It's a constitution.
We'll just do it this way. So you roll.
He's doing it so that it applies.
Yeah, roll an attack roll, and then
Okay.
5 or less, nothing happens.
With my spell modifier?
Yeah,
Then?
yeah.
Cool. Let me... Cool. That's going to be a... Ooh. 30, 16 plus 7.
Boom.
23.
Yeah.
No, 20. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, you
Whoa.
boost an extra 20 feet. You guys have peeled out.
We pop a wheelie.
Yeah, the ogres were neck and neck with you off the line, and then you shift down, and then you kind of like pull ahead. You guys pull ahead, and that's going to take it to the jocks and the genie, and they're going to use all their stuff to get, they're gonna use a dash action and rush up and try to catch up with you guys. Everyone is kind of neck and neck. You guys have a slight lead right now. Yuri, it's your turn.
We're allowed to do our dirty deeds now?
You are still in sight. So after we come around to Zanri again, and she takes her move action at the top of the order, then you guys will be out of sight. You are everyone's neck and neck with each other. You guys are slightly ahead. You're probably like a car length, a mech vehicle length ahead of everybody else.
Okay. No one would notice a little bean, right?
No one would, no one
Yeah.
might notice. They might not notice a little bean. What do you want to do with that little bean?
Yuri takes a second of his 3 beans out of his pocket and just kind of casually tosses it over his shoulder towards the ogres. And he says, "How do you know an ogre's about to explode?" And then he says, "They'll tell you." Not really a great pun, but the bean hits the ground and then they need to roll a DC 15 dex saving throw. It's a little explosion.
Fantastic. All right, so I'm gonna roll that DC 15 dexterity saving throw. What I would like you to do at the same time is to roll a sleight of hand check to see if they if anybody noticed you tossing this tiny bean. I will say, because the bean is tiny, it's going to be a DC 10 to beat.
How about advantage?
That's fair.
What did you get?
Might have got a 3. Well, I got a 4 minus 1. Yuri couldn't resist flexing while throwing the bean. And to be fair, he also yelled out a phrase while throwing it. It was not very
So
I'll tell ya.
the ogres don't see you throw this bean, and they use your and the ogres they take a pretty significant hit to their mech vehicle. It is not out of the race completely, but it is out of the game pretty badly damaged, and you notice they're starting to slow down just a little bit. You are spotted throwing this bean, and I didn't think of consequences for this, but what will happen here's actually what's going to happen.
Hopefully my mom spotted me, right?
Here's what's going to happen. You actually you wipe out the ogres immediately, and you're not disqualified from the race. However, there is a because the race is the race, but there were like cops on standby, and so you see this cop mech wagon that was kind of parked over the side. The lights turn on, and it looks like they're about to engage in this encounter. You look over your mom, and
Oh, jeez.
she because she was blushing and shying away from Captain Sparks for reasons you're not sure why, she didn't see you throw the bean, but she is proud and she doesn't know why.
Damn it, Mom.
Zanri, that is going to be your turn.
It feels good.
I am going to continue to dash.
Zanri's dashing. She's getting ahead. All right, Zanri, this puts your mech wagon. You guys are now in out of sight of the crowds, and shenanigans can begin. That is going to take us to the cops. The cops are going to they're behind.
Officially.
They're behind everybody. Yeah, the ogres got knocked out, so I just put the cops in the ogres initiative slot to replace them. They are chasing. They are not engaged yet. They are behind everybody right now, and everyone's trying to dash and catch up. Cool. That takes us to the jock's turn. Oh, sorry, I keep doing this. Drew. It takes us to Drew.
How far away is the cop car?
It is. You guys have moved like a full. Well, let's see. You moved, and then you moved. I mean, it's like 100 feet back there, probably. because you've moved and then moved dash and then
Not 60 feet.
move dashed.
Okay.
And then no, I would say it's definitely outside of 60 feet right now. They were back at the start line. You guys are already like 100 feet ahead of everybody, moving
Fair
fast.
enough. Are the other guys? What about? Oh, I know what I'll do. I would like to cast pyrotechnics. And I'm going to make a smoke screen come from the back of our.
Love that.
My friend, who's also a boy, Drew, showed me that he installed all these different things here, so I know how to work this car pretty
Aren't you
well.
too old to have friends with children?
He's just a neighbor. It's not like we don't hang out. I'm just like his role model.
It's kind of weird, bro.
It's super
Anyway,
weird.
Kind of weird.
Here's
Mr.
a smoke
Sprinkles.
screen. Wait, I'm gonna. Here, what do you?
Smoke screen
vouch
for
for
your-
me here. You
for
know
your
it's me.
deeds.
Look, man, I know, but the way you phrased it, your friend who's a boy, what are you saying? Just say this kid. Say Drew. We all know him.
Okay, Drew is the boy that I'm friends with.
Oh God.
Oh my god, no! I have a personal connection with him. Now that makes me angrier.
I know his mother.
Hey, I'm casting smoke for pyrotechnics. Thick black smoke
Don't try
spreads
to
out
hide
from the
with a
target
smoke
in a
screen.
in a 20-foot radius, moving around corners. The area of smoke is heavily obscured. The smoke persists for 1 minute or until a strong wind disperses it.
Perfect. Where are you?
Good thing I didn't have beans.
Where are you? It's a 20-foot radius. So where are you specifically targeting the smoke?
I kind of in front of the jock. Like I want to aim it so that it kind of
At the
will
jock.
cover the jocks,
Gotcha.
so they'll
Yeah.
drive through it.
Perfect. That actually
Yeah,
takes
blind those full elves.
that takes us to the jocks. All of a sudden, they're driving and smoke fills their entire car, and they're like, all right, wait a second. I can't see, bro. Oh, fuck, man. Who's driving? Fuck, this shit is dank, dude. And they're gonna take a shot at you guys with their harpoon gun. But since you smoke screened them, they're gonna do so at disadvantage. Real quick, what is everyone's ACs?
10.
Mine's 14.
14.
Mine is oh shit, wrong button. Sorry, I clicked the D&D Beyond logo, which brought me to the homepage.
Okay, let's do like reboot your computer this time. I think we're making a
My
lot
computer's
of progress.
updated. 18.
Okay, 18. 18 plus 12 is 30 plus 10 is 40 divided by 3, so 13 and a third. So we'll say the car's DC is 13.
14.
Does that okay? Well, fine. We'll round it up. We'll make it 14. So the car's DC is 14. They're rolling a harpoon attack at disadvantage. They get +2 to the roll. Boom. That's going to be a 7. So you guys are, and you see a harpoon go right past your vehicle from behind. And that is going to bring us to...
Is their harpoon gun just one of the arms throwing it?
Yeah, it definitely is. It just, you see one of the arms like, and then when it misses, it goes,
Flexes.
yeah,
Walks back.
and then when it misses, it goes, oh, it just does the hands. Oh, that brings us to the genie. The genie, you see the genie poofs, the car poofs, and then it pops, and it is right next to you guys going down the road. Yuri, it's your turn.
Oh no.
Ooh, I take the harpoon, aim it straight at the genie's head,
Perfect.
and then I fire. I'm assuming it's thumb fired.
It is now. Fire your harpoon. We're gonna give
Like it's a water gun at an amusement park.
Yeah. What do I need to roll?
roll
D20?
roll an attack roll, and then we'll give you add +2 to your heart. We'll do harpoons or +2. And then we're gonna give the genie. He's gonna be, because he's magic. We're gonna give him a little bit lower. He has a 12 AC, so 1 less than you guys.
Ooh, that's a 22,
Oh yeah,
and then +2 from that
perfect.
for the harpoon.
Damn.
yeah.
Yeah, so you hit the genie. It hits him right in the head, and he kind of the harpoon hits him in the head, and he like turns, and the harpoon stays where it's at, and it just like goes through his head. And he looks at you and goes, "Oh, babe, that's not very good." And you hit him. Go ahead, roll damage on this, and let's do 2d8s. And then you are also going to be tethered to the genie. So you have like this rope going across your mech wagon to the genie's mech wagon.
That's a 1 and a 7, so 8 total.
8 total damage. Perfect. That takes us to the top of the order. That is going to be Zanri's turn.
Dash. Dash, dash, dash.
Dash action. Okay, so you are currently tethered to the genie. So I'm going to say the dash action, you can still move, but you can't like pull ahead because you're kind of tethered to him, if that makes sense. So you guys go, you're not able to pull ahead of the genie, like it kind of pulls you back. So you're able to do your movement, but the dash action is going to be kind of temporarily out of play for a second.
I just want to keep the momentum.
Keep the momentum going. All right. Do you have movement?
Mhm.
Like the movement of the car is only a bonus action. You guys are ahead right now. Is there anything else you want to do with your skills to try and aid in the battle? Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Don't think that if I'm driving, can I do anything else? I mean,
Yeah.
like I don't really have anything other than like weapons, like melee weapons. So I don't have any like stuff.
Gotcha.
Well,
There's still, I mean, there's still
can
all
I
the.
get up and cut the tether?
If you want to, yeah. If you wanna cut the tether that they just cut across, that'll be your action. So you wouldn't be able to dash this time, but
I mean,
next
do we
round,
want to keep a tether?
that's up to you guys.
It'd be for boarding would be the best. I'm okay fighting
I don't
range,
want to
but
board.
it's
I'm driving.
it'd be up to Yuri.
I just wanted to shoot that genie in the head. Genie got shot in the head. We can get rid of the tether. I
Okay.
forgot there was a rope on
Okay,
it.
I'm gonna cut the tether,
All right, that'll be your action. So then next round you'll be
and
able
then
to.
I guess. Mhm.
Yeah, next round you'll be able to dash. All right, so we hit the genie though, and he
And
is.
that's gonna fuck us up.
That brings us to the cops. The cops are going to dash, and they close some distance between you guys. And then we're going to Drew. Drew, it is your
Question.
turn. Yes. Go ahead.
All right, multiple questions.
Go ahead.
One, the cops. Are the cops now that they've seen like the jocks shoot at us?
Mm-hmm.
Are they going after everybody or still just us?
Ooh, that's interesting. That's interesting. You're not sure at the moment. They're not close enough where it looks like they are targeting any one person. It looks like they're just trying to catch up to the group right now.
Okay. Second question.
All right.
Is the genie mech made out of mech or made out of genie?
At first glance, it looks like it's made out of genie, but this is a mech wagon race, so there needs to be some element of mech wagon in his vehicle. So perhaps it is a mech wagon that is covered with magic.
Okay. Let's cover the magic, then this will probably be the better. I'm gonna hold out my wrist and a little like wrist cannon's gonna pop up, and then out of it is going to shoot a green goopy liquid
Okay.
as I cast Tasha's Caustic Brew.
Tasha's Caustic Brew, which is actually a special.
Yeah. A
at
stream of
Mia's Tavern. Go ahead. Sorry.
A stream of acid emanates from you in a line of 30 feet. Good thing I used my hand cannon. Long and 5 feet wide in a direction you choose. Each creature in the line must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be covered in acid. Further spell's duration, or until the creature loses uses its action to scrape or wash the acid off itself or another creature.
Oh,
Creature
perfect.
covered in the acid it'll take 44 once it gets hit, or 44 each of its turns. I don't think it counts when I cast it, but I think on its turns it'll take 44 damage.
Okay, and or they have to take action to wipe it off of them. Yeah.
They at the start of their turn they take the damage, so he'll still take it.
Gotcha.
And then he can, if he wants to, wipe it.
Gotcha. Perfect. Yeah. Is that a attack roll or a dexterity save?
Dexterity save.
Dexterity save. Cool. I'm gonna
Yeah,
roll.
so he has to make a.
Is it a radius or a
It's a-
line?
15.
15. Okay.
I'm shooting it out a line. But I'm aiming at him, so I'm assuming as we're.
Yeah, that's a nat 7. So he does not.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, there's a harpoon in his head. It kind of obstructs his vision a little bit. Go ahead, roll damage for us.
Well, it'll be on his turn.
Oh, that's right. All right, so he's covered in it. Perfect. That takes us to
Yeah, he is.
the jocks. The jocks are currently the one. So it's like you and the genie are tied, right? The jocks are slightly behind you guys, and then the cops are like slightly behind them. You see them kind of turn over their shoulders and go like, "Oh shit, it's the cops!" And you see one of them take like they hit some sort of button, and you see the same kind of trap that you guys have. Oil just goes all behind the jock's wagon, and the cops kind of they hit it and they start like kind of fishtailing a little bit, and they don't wreck, but it seems like they have kind of it kept them at a distance. It kept them from being able to kind of charge all the way up. That is going to take us to the genie. The genie just got covered. He takes damage. Do you roll that, Nate? Yeah, go ahead. Why don't I'll leave. Yeah, you go ahead.
Yes,
Roll
I'll
that.
do that.
He's taking
11 damage.
damn. Yeah. Perfect. You, the genie, he's covered in acid, and you see him pop into his other crew, his other two guys, and they to try and like see if he doesn't. And they all have acid on him. He's like, ah! And then he pops into 3. Ah! And he pops back into 1. Ah! And then he takes his turn to wipe the shit off of his face. So he is not able to dash, and you guys stay kind of neck and neck. Everyone's respective distance has stayed the same this turn because the jocks took the action, keep the cops away. The cops fucked up, and then yada yada yada. So that's going to take us back to the top of the turn. Zanri.
Dash.
Dash action. Yeah, you guys pull ahead again, ahead of the genie. That brings us to the cops. The cops are going to dash action as well. They're starting to close on the jocks a little bit. Drew, your turn. Genie slightly behind you, like a car length behind you. The jocks are effectively 2 car lengths behind you, and then the cops are effectively now 4 car lengths behind you. So
I'm going to make 2 attacks with my lightning launcher blasts.
at
So just very Iron Man style palm blasts. The first attack is
who you aiming for? Oh no,
the genie.
Genie.
And I got a nat 20.
Boo boo boo.
Yeah.
So that'll be
Not what I
4d6 plus 4.
Jesus Christ.
$20 damage.
20 damage.
Ooh.
Jesus.
And then I'm
Genie,
gonna
more
make
like
my
Bye, E.
my second attack.
Go for it.
17
To hit or damage?
to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
12 damage.
12 damage. Jesus Christ. The genie, you hit him fucking hard. Captain Sparks, you're tired. You're tired of people naysaying you. Like, you're trying to do good as well as a middle schooler can define what good is. And you get in a moment, you're like,
That's right.
I am a good guy. And you blast this genie, and you blast him, and you hit him hard, and you see he doesn't go down, but the magic is kind of starting to fade around his wagon, and you can see the actual wagon itself as the genie is just weak and unable to like produce the same amount of magic he was when you hadn't fucked him up. Dude, great. That was a great turn.
Now he's starting to look like he's got 5 o'clock shadow and a pot belly.
Oh
you.
yeah. Oh, completely. That takes us to the jocks. The jocks are gonna take their.
Did I get skipped?
No, you're at the you're after the genie.
I think you got skipped last turn.
Did he? Did I?
Yeah, he did. He got skipped last
Did
turn.
I go
just
genie
realized that
straight
too.
to? Did I go genie? Okay, dude. I'm sorry. Go ahead. And take your turn now, then, and then
That's okay.
go take your turn. Go ahead. Take your turn now.
It's been what? Roughly a minute since I planted that seed?
If you want it to be, technically not, but I'm okay with it being a minute. If you want it
It's
to
been
be,
about a minute.
it's been about a minute.
The New York minute.
It's been technically 30 seconds.
There was
but whatever.
there was like 10 seconds before the start of the race. Like
All right.
when it
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
I see.
You're-
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Which was a seed
Yuri says
or a bean.
Yuri goes, "Hey Captain Sparkles, that was pretty good. But watch this." And he takes his tree bucket, aims for the jocks and chucks it at their car.
Perfect.
And it right when it lands on their car, 1 minute has eclipsed.
Perfect. I want you to roll me
Yeah.
just like an attack roll with advantage because they're behind you, and you kind of have like
Yes.
you have like the momentum of the car kind of driving into you. And then I had to look at this bag of beans. There are 3.
That's an 18.
An 18 that definitely is going to hit. And I determine effect from the following table, determine it randomly, or create an effect. I love this. So I'm going to roll a D100. And
I think I roll D100.
Oh, I'm reading these effects right now.
I think
Some interesting ones.
roll a you go ahead, roll a D100, and I want to see what your dice say.
That is a 27.
Damn, I was really hoping a
Oh
20.
no.
Okay, so I'm gonna read it out. I'm gonna read it out what
An
it says.
inanimate.
Go ahead.
God.
An animate, immobile stone statue in your likeness rises. It makes verbal threats against you. If you leave it and other comes near, it describes you as the most heinous of villains and directed newcomers to find and attack you. If you are on the same plane of existence as a statue, it knows where you are. The statue becomes inanimate after 24 hours. So much like yourself, you create someone in your likeness and then immediately abandon it, giving it father issues. So you the bean lands on top of the jock mech wagon, and then you see Stone Yuri pop out and be like, "Have you guys heard of Yuri? That guy fucking sucks. He's such a dickbag. I heard he doesn't even like stand up to his parents. He still lives with his mom." And you see all the jocks that are like, fucking lame. God damn.
Now, Dustin, it says immobile.
It says immobile, so it's just like on top of
Yeah,
there.
Just sitting on the. It's like a fucking hood ornament.
He's
Siri
sitting.
just screams, "I'm just like my dad."
The statue is like sitting on the hood of the car, kind of like riding it like a bullet. Woo, woo, woo. Just so it's
We
not.
just gave them an extra enemy, like to fight us with.
Sandry, do you want to switch? I need something low. I need something sad. I just need to pat up my foot to the floor and drive.
Okay.
Put some sad
We
boy
will.
music on.
We'll
And that takes us
switch.
to
No sad boy music.
that takes us to the jocks. Since they were gonna
I turn
go,
the killers on our radio.
yeah, you hear you start to hear some just like some
That's a fun item.
some coming from the jock car, and you look over and they're all like, "If I could fall into the
need you."
sky, yeah, and I kiss you." All right, and they are going to. They actually, all the jocks, they have a bunch of cartons of eggs. And they actually hand a carton over to Stone Yuri. And Stone Yuri is going to throw eggs at Zanri to try and blind her. Oh, that's going to be a 6. I'm guessing that doesn't hit Zanri.
No.
You see eggs that just kind of
No.
and just like a half dozen eggs land on top of Captain Sparks' face on the hood, and there's now just like egg all over the hood. And due to the heat of the mech engine, immediately the eggs kind of start cooking on the hood as you guys are going down. But they're also like running back, so it's just like smeary eggs kind of going up the windshield.
Later.
And that's going to take us to the genie. That takes us to the genie. So the genie, he's neck and neck with you guys. He actually he falls back a little bit, like he kind of falls back to on pace with the jock. So he's behind you, and you see a little bit of.
I thought my turn was before the genie.
It was, but we went out of order because of Yuri. Because we popped Yuri back in a weird spot.
Okay.
So he pops back and he heals a little bit. You see some of the magic, a little bit of smoke kind of pops back up around his mech wagon, and that takes us back to Yuri.
Yuri hits the button for the oil slick and says, I didn't want to be just like my father. As the oil goes right towards the jocks and his likeness.
Perfect. Jocks are gonna roll dexterity. They got a nat 20 on their dexterity saving throw. So as the oil goes down, their driver hits the brakes and just slides through the oil and keeps pace with you guys as you're going down the road. That takes us to the top of the order. Zanri, is
The
your
statue
turn.
of Yuri puts his hand down and helps him drift through it like a motorcycle.
yeah, totally. He like stabilizes him, puts his feet down on the ground.
So, okay. So, am I switching with you, Yuri?
Yeah. And then Yuri cries and runs to the front of the car
Okay.
and takes the driver's seat.
So I have
You still got a
stuff.
bucket of
I have
teeth. You got the
things.
net, and then you still have one harpoon left. Oh, and Zanri, as you as you start your turn, you see a guy wave the flag to start letting you know that you're approaching the end of the race, meaning that you guys have 3 turns left.
So I have
Pittons, yeah.
and they're little steel spikes
Monty
that
Python.
you use for climbing rocks.
Mm-hmm.
But I never climb rocks. I'm gonna just throw all 10 of them behind the car
Perfect.
so that they get run over.
Perfect. I love it.
And maybe take out some tires.
We're gonna roll for the jocks. They got a 19.
Jeez.
So it doesn't
Come on.
They're athletic.
it doesn't knock
I'm
them
just saying.
it doesn't knock them out completely, but they do take some damage to their vehicle, because I don't want to not reward your genius here. Awesome.
And is the genie behind us too?
He is behind you. He fell back to try and heal some. He's like, you guys, Genie, Jocks. They're kind of like flanking you guys at distance, and the cops are
So
right behind
does
them.
the genie also run over my thingies?
I'm down for that. He did not do as good. And you know what? Just to give you this, I will. We're gonna roll for the oil slick as well. Okay, he did. He was able to get through the oil slick with an 18. But
Hell no.
hell no. But he ran over some pittons, and his tires are starting to look bad. That takes us to. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn, Zanri?
No, I thought that was going to be more successful. I'm depressed.
I'm sorry. They rolled a 19 and they
okay.
rolled high.
I was trying to be creative.
I really liked your idea, and I thought
I got outrolled.
I'm sorry.
I don't think you did.
I'm sorry.
You would have set the DC higher. If you
should-
really liked my idea. I'm just kidding.
It's a DC 50 for the rest of the night. That's going to be the cops' turns. The cops.
DC 50 for Maddie.
Yeah, the cops. They pull up behind the jocks, and you see the window of the mech wagon roll down, and one of the dudes leans out the window, and he takes his hand and he goes like this, and he goes, "Pull over! Pull over!" And then that takes us to Drew.
All right. I think I had luck using my laser lightning attacks before. I'm gonna go ahead and do that again.
Mm-hmm.
To the cops?
No, to the genie. Like I don't. Captain Sparks can't bring himself to hurt the cops.
Yuri's like, they heard what you were saying earlier.
I swear to God, this is the second time I've rolled on D&D Beyond, and both times were nat 20s. I will take a picture of my screen
I
and send
like
it to
rolling
you.
on.
I'm gonna have to. No, you're allowed to get nat 20s because it makes me feel better about rolling higher.
Yeah. Whatever it takes to make you feel better, dude.
Yeah, roll nat 20s then. That makes me feel better.
This genie is gone.
All right, so first that'll be 12 damage,
Mm-hmm.
and then my second attack was a dirty 20.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that hits.
Oh, that's only 5 damage.
5 damage. All right, you look at this genie, and all of the magic is like gone away from the mech vehicle, and you see a giant lamp that's on 4 wheels, and he's just like he's like just barely he's like coming out of the tip,
With
and then
bicycle pedals.
yeah, he's coming out of the tip, and then he has just like he's just like holding on to a steering wheel, just like floating out of the tip, and that's all the magic that he has left in him. He is as on death's door as you possibly could be. That takes us to the jocks. They're actually going to take a dash action and get up next to you guys. So you guys are now neck and neck with the jocks. The genie is slightly behind you. The genie is, oh man, he's like right there. Yeah, he is going to go all out just this once, and he's gonna try and hit you guys. He has a catapult. He reaches back and pulls the lid off of his lamp and catapults at you. That's gonna be a 18, which will hit you guys, and you're gonna take 5 points of damage. So your guys' car gets its first scratch, and you are quite fine. Yuri.
It scratches right at. It's just like a ding right on Captain Sparkles.
Yeah,
It's really just like getting keyed more than anything else.
He launches he like catapults just this mana at you, and it just scrapes up the side and completely wipes off the paint that says Captain Sparkles on one side
Not
of
the Sparksmobile.
the veal. It's Captain Sparks on one side. Yuri, it is your turn.
Is the genie is pretty close to us? He's like right side by side with us.
He's a car length behind you guys. The jocks are right next to you.
The jocks are beside us.
Oh, okay. Well, my pun's less good for the jocks, but I grab the wheel and I just slam it sideways, and I say, "Rub this," as I ram our car into theirs.
They do have big hands on their car, so
Let's
close
do
enough.
this. What I would like to do, I want you to roll for your vehicle. I'm going to roll for the jock's vehicle. We're going to roll a strength check here. If they beat you,
Yeah.
don't tell me what you got yet. If they beat you, nothing happens. If you beat them, they're going to fall behind. If you beat them by more than 10, you're going to knock them off the road completely. All right? I'm going to roll here. I got an 11.
I got a 14.
All right. So you knock into them. The plow The plow clips their car and kind of like scratches a little bit. Right as you kind of go up to ram into them, you look into the eyes of Stone Yuri, and he just stares at you, and he goes, "Why?" And then you, and they fall back behind a car space, and a small tear rolls out of his eye, and he goes, "I just wanted you to love me." And it is Zanri's turn. You see,
I didn't want to hurt you.
you see a guy. He waves a green flag to let you know that you're on the second to last lap. Zanri, is your turn.
I'm going to use the net.
You're going
I'm
to.
going to use the net, and I'm gonna throw it at the jocks. I'm just gonna try to aim for utter chaos and put it at the most inconvenient spot
Perfect.
on their vehicle.
I would say
Like
that's
trying to
probably
go
the
for a
driver.
full spread, so they're like,
I'm gonna say that's
Yeah,
the driver. And
like try to get it like on the wheel a little bit.
yeah, I love this. I want you. You're gonna make, since you have the net. I kind of. I wish I would have stumbled across this mechanic sooner. I think it's a little bit more fun. I want you to do a an attack roll +5. And then versus like their dexterity to see how quick they can try and dodge out of the way.
Got a 22.
They got a nat 20.
A 22.
I know. Here's what I'm gonna say, because I feel like this only happens to Maddie, and I feel like it's driving a wedge in our relationship. I think that the net fires.
A little bit. I'm gonna be honest.
The net fires, and they're taking a hit. They're gonna fall another car length behind. So you guys now have it's now you guys, Genie, and actually they're neck and neck with the cops now. So the cops are gonna be more actively engaged with them. And it actually takes us to the cops' turn. And they're going to try and do the same thing to the jocks that Yuri just did, and try to ram them off the road. So let's do this. Nate, I want you to roll for the cops.
You know,
Go ahead.
All right.
Were you going to say something, Taylor?
Strength.
the statue is just saying evil things about me. Like, I don't know if you know this, but Yuri actually spits in all the food at the tavern. Like, he's just talking so much shit about me to the cops, hoping that they come
He
after
doesn't
me.
wash his hands after he goes to pee.
I don't know if you know this, but one time in kindergarten, Yuri said that this other kid was the duty head. All right, roll.
That was so mean.
Yeah, I did. So I have a -1 on strength.
But you're rolling
But,
for the cops.
well,
let's just do straight.
so-
Let's just do straight dice.
Yeah, but well, that's fine because I didn't roll D&D Beyond this time. I rolled with my actual dice,
What'd you get?
and the cops rolled a nat 20.
Perfect.
I swear to you, that's the third turn in a row I have rolled a. This is
Statistically
not
impossible.
plausible.
Yeah. 320s in a row. Yeah. You the cops they kind of they actually just like cut their steering wheel sideways, completely T-bone the jocks in the middle of the drag, and coming down the stretch, it is just you guys and the Genie, and it is Drew's turn. The Genie is currently one car length behind you. Or, well, it's directly behind you guys.
Just a lamp on wheels now, right?
It's just a lamp on wheels with the genie coming out of the tip of the lamp and holding like an ethereal steering wheel.
And a harpoon.
And
in
there's
the
a
side of
harpoon in his head. Yeah, there's
Bare
a
head.
harpoon in his head. Yeah.
Harpoon.
I'm gonna hold out my other wrist, and a little like it's gonna like bump out just a little bit, in very Mandalorian style. I'm gonna cast magic missile, and it's gonna be like 3 little missiles are gonna shoot out.
I love it. I love
Yuri
it.
goes, hell yeah, brother.
All right. That's 2 damage. That's 5 damage. That's 4 damage. So 9 plus 2 is 11 damage.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's more than enough. You see that you hit the genie, and as you're hitting him with this magic missile, he turns to look at you, and it hits the harpoon, and the harpoon like knocks into the lamp itself, plugging the lamp and ceasing the magic coming out of it. And so the lamp immediately kind of goes like freezes and then goes and then shrinks back into like a normal sized tiny little lamp, and it's just like ping 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 on the ground, just as
Itty bitty living space.
in his face, and as you do that, you pass by Yuri. You jam the gas as you pass by the guy with the checkered flag, letting you know that you are hitting the last lap. You guys are the only car remaining on the road on the last lap. You guys win, pull into victory lane. There's mixed emotions. Like everyone cheers when you like come up, and then when they see Captain Sparks get us out, there's like mixed emotions. But generally, there's a feeling of celebration. Champagne's popping everywhere. Mia walks up to you, Yuri. She's out of breath. You can tell she like hightailed it down to the finish line to try and catch you. She goes, Yuri, I'm so sorry, baby. I didn't want you to meet your daddy this way. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Damn. Jesus, you got me.
Gotcha.
The genie is your dad.
I tried to tie it in the character storyline. Man, what an adventure. We did it. We didn't go too far over time. Only 10 minutes over. Not bad. Thank you so much.
Not bad for a D&D.
Not bad.
Yeah, for a one shot. It didn't go 4 hours, so that's good. Thank you, everybody who has joined us tonight and listened to our show. Thank you to my friends, Maddie Fuller, Nate Willett, and our special guest, Taylor Dorset. We're going to go around the room. We got any plugs? Taylor, you got anything you want to plug for all of our friends back at home?
Find me on Twitter. It's Yo Dorset. You can follow me there. Yeah.
Fantastic. Nate, any plugs for this evening?
Yeah, I'd like to plug that genie's lamp. Also, I mean, you can always listen to us on the Blue Ridge Adventurers Guild podcast. I'm also starting backup shows with Alchemy, so I think I want to say June 5th at 10:30. I think I'll be doing a show there with the Stand Dummies improv team.
Awesome. Yeah, that's
And,
at Coffee
keeping the ear out.
Underground in Greenville, South Carolina. Maddie, you got any plugs?
Fuck no, I don't do shit.
I gotta, you never know. I gotta give everyone equal opportunity here.
I am part of a podcast called the Blue Ridge Adventurers Guild. If
thank
you
you.
wanna listen to that, and we do some Twitches sometimes, and
What if
you
Maddie
can
was
find us
like,
on all social media platforms, Brooklyn, and
what if Maddie said she's like, well, yeah, I've actually been working on this show. It's called Breaking Bad 2, Breaking Worse. And we do have Bryan Cranston.
It's called Breaking Bad 2.
I'm so mysterious. You never know.
If it ain't fixed, don't break in Brad.
Break Bad with a Vengeance. I want to plug my podcast, Blue Ridge Adventures Guild. You can find it on Spotify, iTunes, all those things. Obviously, please follow us on social medias. Thank you, everybody. We had so much fun. You can check out our next stream is going to be in 2 weeks, June 10th. Same bat time, same bat channel, and this is going to get released as a podcast episode probably in July when I'm taking a vacation and don't want to edit episodes. So keep a lookout for that, and we will see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Sleep well.